Hey everybody. I want to answer a question from the Maestro Plays. He asked a question about double timing. How do I go about creating double time lines and what's the process look like? So for me, basically, let me give you an idea of what I do. I take lines that I know, vocabulary that I know, and I string them together. For instance, if I have a progression, 2, 5, 1, 6, so I'll think of a line. So there's my first, that little 2-5 lick, this. That's one. So that's one lick, and I would practice that in that tempo. That's not double timed. And then maybe I would add another one. So then what I would do is I would try to put the two of those licks together, but leave the tempo the same. But just double up on my line. So remember, here's the first one. Now, if I doubled that, so I'm doubling up the time. Here's my second line. There's my double time. So now if I string them together, see if I can do this. So I connected those two 2-5 licks, this first one, and this one. Although I may have done it this way, or something like that. But I streamed them together, so I increased their value. So instead of 8th notes, they went to 16th notes, and I fit both of them into the harmonic rhythm, the same harmonic rhythm. And that's really how I would practice double time lines. Now, the more vocabulary you're able to have, like licks, the more you're able to string stuff together. It's just like language, where you start with simple sentences when you're young. And then I always joke with my students. When my son was little, he couldn't say ball. He would say, ba, ba, ba. I'd hold a ball. Ba, ba, ba. Eventually he would say, ball, ball, ball. And then years later he would say, Father, will you be able to go outside and throw the globus orb with me? He didn't really say that, but you get the idea. His vocabulary increased. So he could say, Dad, let's go have a catch. He didn't just say, ba, 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 ball. So the more vocabulary you have, the more you can string it together in musical sentences for it to make sense. And then eventually you're actually creating your own vocabulary because you're going to manipulate those lines that you already know. And there you have double time lines. But they don't just appear magically. They start from vocabulary that you know that you can play in time at a slow tempo, and then you start to string it together in a double time way. I hope that makes sense. Happy practicing.